All right, if we go on to page 2 here, we will see the graphs. So what this particular company did was they took some of these hormones here and they grafted them for the age group of that particular person. So you get a little bit more specific, because on the first page we have a range of results here, a range of what's in the normal range, and then on the back for all ages. But on the on page 2 we have very specifically for that particular patient's age group. And as you can see, yes, the estradiol, which is estrogen, a type of estrogen, is low, but the progesterone is also low. And then when we remember that ratio of progesterone to estrogen, and it's low, we need progesterone. The other good thing about progesterone is it turns into other hormones. It can turn into testosterone and thus into estrogen in the body. So a lot of times when the estrogen is low, once the progesterone, the body gets enough progesterone, it will turn into other hormones that are low. So that's why I just really love using that as well. We can see here that the DHEA is pretty low as well. We want to, of course, get on that middle line, that green middle line. When the DHEA is low, it's telling me that that particular person probably has adrenal fatigue issues, and so we are going to look a little bit closer at that. They're probably tired, they're probably craving sugars and salt. That's one of the other signs and symptoms of adrenal fatigue. And as you can see here, the saliva cortisol, it just shows us what we saw on the previous page, that the morning cortisol was very high, and then for this particular person's age group, the rest of the cortisols for that day were low. So that's telling me that that patient is probably has a lot of energy first thing in the morning, and then just the energy is decreased, probably starting around noonish. And looking here at page 3, we have all of the patient's signs and symptoms that they gave us, and it's on this graph. On page 4, we have a continuation of the signs and symptoms on the graph as well. And last but not least, we have lab comments. How thorough is this testing? I love it. The lab comments are given to us by one of the doctors that does the labs over in Oregon, and for this test, this particular test. And what they do is they give us lab comments about the signs and symptoms combined with the saliva test results. And it is just really good because it's like a second opinion when I give patients, when I read to patients all that they need to hear from their lab results, and we come over here and we get the lab comments and they're spot on most of the time, then it just makes people feel like they are heard and their symptoms are confirmed not only with a saliva lab test, but lab comments from another doctor as well. I hope this helps you better understand the need for hormone testing.